So place is the academic institution that you've selected to house your fellowship in. It's where your mentors and supervisors are typically employed. And it's the institution that will support your research, but also your training and your development and the administration of your successful award. So if you're thinking about a fellowship at present, you should already have established links with the place, as they will be supporting your application. It may be an institution you're already involved with, or it may be a new institution where you believe would best support your research and would be able to help you distinguish yourself as an emerging researcher. So you need to essentially evidence why this is the best place for your research. It is the best research environment in which you will flourish. The place will not only enable you to conduct your research and be supported in that research, but should also be somewhere where you could advance your training and your development and be well supported as you emerge as an independent researcher. I think it's important to consider the rationale behind why you've chosen your place and to justify that decision. So you may be staying in an institution that you've established yourself, but you might be making the next distinct step. Or you may be choosing a different institution that allows you to expand your networks and develop your expertise. Practically, you need to consider resource requirements. It might be access to laboratory, facilities, data, samples, patients or facilities. But then also you need to consider what expertise you need around you within that institution or research centre or the affiliated centre. So think about Health and Care Research Wales infrastructure as well, both in terms of what you can capitalise on and now your institution has links to it, but also how you will contribute back and where you'll grow your networks. Place should be considered as the beginning of your networking opportunities. Are you in the best place to gain those networking opportunities? And how will you start to build your collaborations from that centre or institution that you're based in? First and foremost, you need to make sure that you are still at the appropriate institution and that you've got the foundation in place. But then I think the key is to show how you will distinguish yourself. So I personally chose to stay in the same institution, but developed a distinct programme of work that would allow me to demonstrate an independence and continue my career trajectory while also capitalising on the relationships I had here. I think when you're staying at the same institution, it's really important that the letters of support you receive show how you're going to excel moving forward and the support you have for that. But also remember to lean on the Health and Care Research Wales infrastructure and faculty, because that will still give you those networks beyond your institution and allow you to flourish while balancing those work and family commitments. The environment needs to be really well justified. It shouldn't be assumed. You need to explicitly state why that is the best place in terms of scientific impact in your chosen field, but also the ability to support you. You need to demonstrate commitment from the supervisors and mentors at the host institution. You might already have relationships with them, but include a letter of support that tells us how you've worked with them in the past and how you will build on that in the future. How is this going to work moving forward? How will you distinguish yourself at this place? You also need to think really about career development and activity. You'll know from the 5 Ps that these fellowships are not just about a research project. It's about all elements. So how is this place going to support your career trajectory? Can you link into appropriate placements elsewhere, for example? And all the time, when you state something in the application about place or places you'll be affiliated with, include the evidence of what your existing relationship is, how you'll move forward with that, and the commitment to those individuals at the place and the institution to allow access so that we know that we're mitigating the risk that these things will happen moving forward. I'd just like to emphasise how all these 5 Ps link together. You need to showcase that the project is in the appropriate place, but that also it's the appropriate project and that it's done and that you're the best person to deliver on this project. You need to know that that support for public and patient involvement can be facilitated within your institution, and that also you'll really capitalise on those training and development opportunities that are not only within the institution, but you're building on the links the institution has with other places. My final point, and I've mentioned it throughout this, is to really make sure you evidence your claims. Don't let anything be assumed, and where you state that you have support, include evidence of commitment from that institution and those individuals to support you moving forward if you receive a successful award. And finally, good luck with your application.